Big limit test tomorrow. Alright, so we're looking at our math workshop. I want you to work on 6 through 10. I'm going to give you 6 minutes. Here we go. Where's my timer at? Six minutes. Here we go.
I was writing my math workshop, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. But look
to my math, whatever, the learning
target.
6 to 10, guys.
Sam, I'm not bad, but look to the right of that line.
That's 6 to 10.
Been there all year, son.
Yes, sir.
All year. Yes, ma'am.
Am I still going to the test during fourth period?
Yes. But you're going to take it in Miss Black. That's out of meeting, okay? I'll just remind me to leave the test with Miss Black, okay?
Okay, and also, are we just starting a new lesson on this one?
Yes. Intro to derivatives. But we're going to be on it Wednesday and Thursday, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's look at number 6. We have 4 minus log 3 minus x equals 3. Parker, what's the first thing I'm going to do? Very good. Move the 4 over. It becomes a negative 4. A negative log 3 minus x equals negative 1. Sam, what's the next thing I would do?
You are going. Oh, put it into the other form. So
Yeah, we're close to that. We're not quite ready for that. What's the first thing I need to do?
switch the log to positive.
Yes, divide by negative 1. Now, Kendall, what am I ready for now, huh? What form, guys? Exponential. Very good. It's an understood base of 10. What are laws called that have an understood base of 10? Common law. Common. So 10 to the first equals 3 minus x. That gives me 10 equals 3 minus x. Move this over. 10 minus 3. 7 equals negative x. Divide by, so you get negative 7. You said, Mr. Shush, I thought we couldn't have a negative 7 there. If you put this in, 3 minus a negative 7 will make it's a double negative, isn't it? So that's okay there. All right. Number 7. Negative 3 e to the 5x plus 1 minus 7 equals negative 91. Okay. Caroline, what's the first thing you would do there, hon?
You would add 7 to
Very good. I would add 7. So I got negative 3e to the 5x plus 1. That would give me negative 84. Okay. What's the next thing I'll do, Will?
Take the natural log of e.
Is e by itself. What's the first thing you need to do?
Oh, divide by 3.
Very good. Divide by negative 3. Which gives me 28. Now we'll take the natural log. Bring that exponent down. 5x plus 1. Natural log of e equals the natural log of 28. What's the natural log of e equal to, class? 1. So now I'm going to do natural log of 28. And guys, you're at a point now in your mathematical career you can do a lot. After I do that, I'm going to take what away? Subtract. 1, divide by what? 5. You can do it all right there, and x equals 0.466. We're going to do 3 decimal places. Because that's what AP Calculus wants, so we're just going to go and get used to 3 decimal places. Are we good on 6 and 7? Okay. Number 8. The natural log of x plus 3 equals 5. Gracie, is my natural log by itself on? Yes. So what would be the first thing you would do here? Okay, it's already natural log. What format is it in right now? Exponential, logarithmic. Logarithm. So we're not taking natural log, so we're going to put it in what form? What's your understood base right here? In a natural log, your understood base is what, hon? That's if it's log. What is it natural log? E. You remember E? Oh, I thought you said 10. Oh, I'm sorry. It's E. Very good. E. E raised to 5 equals x plus 3. Alright. So I e to the 5th. I'm going to find out what that is. And then subtract what off of it? 3. I get 145.413. So x equals 145.413. Number 9. The natural log of 3x plus the natural log of 2x equals 9. Ryan, what format are we in, buddy? Logarithmic. Okay. Are the natural logs still out, buddy? So can I drop the natural log here? No. But how many natural logs do I want, Lucy? 1. So what am I going to have to use to get to 1? The properties rules, and the rule is product. Very good. So I'm going to put natural log. What will I do with 3x and 2x, Alyssa? Very good. It's going to be 6x squared equals 9. Alright, now I have 1 natural log, so I'm going to put it in what form, Catherine? Very good. So it's going to be e to the 9th equals 6x squared. Alright, so watch this how I do this. I'm going to find e to the 9th. And since it's in this format, just 6x squared, I'm just going to divide by what? 6, and then take the what? Square root. I would just take the square root. And I get 36.749. So, Mr. Trish, why don't you move the e to the 9th over and put it set equal to 0? Have we had any quadratic equations with e to the 9th in it? No, so on that you can just take the square root. 36.749. Alright, number 10. 1 minus 2e to the 2x equals negative 19. Shay, what would be the first thing you do there, buddy? Very good. I'm going to subtract 1. And get negative 20. What would be the next thing I do, Anthony? What's the next thing, buddy? Divide by negative 2. Very good. I got e to the 2x equals 10. Alright. Ashley, is this in exponential or logarithmic form? Very good. So what's the next thing I'm going to do? Put in logarithmic. Very good. And since it's e, Gracie, would I use logarithmic or natural log? Very good. So I'm going to take the natural log of both sides. Are there any questions up to this point? Okay. What is the natural log of e equal to, guys? 1. Very good. So I'm going to take natural log of 10 and then divide it by what? So x equals 1.151. Are there any questions on Math Workshop? Are those coming more natural to you? Okay. Alright. Tomorrow we'll continue with that. Okay, what I want to do next, let's get out the worksheet I gave you on Friday. This one right here. And we're going to go over the top half right now because we've got a big limit test tomorrow. And then I'm going to give you time to finish the bottom part, and then we're going to go over it as well, okay? Tomorrow your test is over everything. Everything. If you need one, oh, they're not over here. Let me find it. But here's your test. Front page, back page. You got a nice little bonus down there. Okay, the bonus is this. Like, you know how I give you the picture and you have to look up there? I give you the answer. You got to make a graph. Isn't that neat? Yes. That's tomorrow. Yes, test tomorrow. Let me find. Does anybody need one of those papers? Okay, good. All right, so let's look at here. We're going to go through this top part, and then I'm going to, like I said, I'll give you time to do this one. All right, number one. We want to find the limit as x approaches 1 of f of x. Is this one-sided or two-sided, guys? This is 2, so that means you have to look at both sides, don't you? Okay? So if I look at 1, I come from the left, it's approaching what value? 3. Coming from the right, it's approaching what? Is it approaching the same value? So it's 3. Very good. Okay, limit as x approaches 3 from what side? Left. This is one side, so I'm only concerned about the left. So I find 3. As I come from the left, I'm approaching what value? Okay, guys, wake up. Come on now. 2. Very good. As I come from the right, it's approaching what value? Negative 2. So my 2 side would be what? Because I got 2 different values there, okay? What is, now here I want to know what f of 3 is equal to. What would f of 3 be equal to? 1, because you got that 1 right there. Okay, L. The limit as x approaches negative 2 from the left. Negative 2 from the left. From the left is approaching what? Negative 1. They're going up by halves on this. The limit as x approaches negative 2 from the right is what? Negative 1. What's my overall two-sided limit? Negative 1. Now, f of negative 2, look here, there's a dot down there you can hardly see, but there is. What's f of negative 2 equal to? Negative 3. Are there any questions how to look at a graph? Okay. Doing the same thing, looking at this graph. The limit as x approaches 3, is this one-sided or two-sided? Two-sided. So I go find 3. From the left, it's approaching what? Positive infinity. From the right, it's approaching. So your overall limit would be? Very good. The limit as x approaches positive 7. 7's right here. From the left, it's approaching what? From the right, it's approaching. So your overall limit is? Very good. C. The limit as x approaches negative 4. At negative 4 is right here. From this side, it's approaching what? From this side, it's approaching. So your overall two-sided would be? Very good. The limit as x approaches negative 9 from the left. From the left, it's approaching what? Positive. From the right, it's approaching. Now, if I asked you the two-sided on that one, I didn't, but what if I did? What would it be? Does not exist. Or we go on the graph. Now, tomorrow, guys, I have a question for you. There's not one on here, but I'm about to draw one. Let's say it was like this. And I said as x approaches infinity, as x approaches infinity, what is that getting very close to but never crossing? The x. So what would be the limit there? 0. Do you see that? If I said as x goes to infinity, where is the x? Where is it approaching? It's approaching 0. Does everybody see that? Okay, just want to throw that out there. Alright. I'm going to give you time. Remember, you don't have to do number 14. But I'm going to give you time to finish that up right now. If you did not finish up, you can work together as a group, and then we're going to go over those, okay? Are there any questions? Okay, if you don't have anybody in your group and you want to move to another group to check your answer, you can. Yes.
So on H with the open back, O will be undefined.
Open dot, no, there's a closed dot under it. You see that, buddy? That's why you went with that, yeah. But if it wasn't been, it would have been undefined, yeah. All right, work on those right now. I'm going to give you 12 minutes. Let's go. Now, if you finish those, you can work on something to the other.
So, but if you plug in your 3, you do your total use strategy. So is that one side or two sides? Two sides. So on that one, when you can't do anything, that's when you go to both sides and plug the numbers. That's going to be either infinity, negative 50, or just
Okay,
nonsense.
so for those, it does go. I didn't know.
Yeah,
It's
like-
I thought this like answer.
Once none of your toolkit strategies work, when you have to reforce to go in and plug in numbers, that's when it's going to be infinity. Or does not exist, depending on it.
Okay.
Because if one side went to positive and one went to negative, yeah, does that make sense on it?
All right, let's start going over some of this. All right, on number 3, guys, looking at number 3, we have the limit as x approaches 6 of x minus 2 squared. Always we try first what? Direct substitution. If I plug 6 in, do I get a 0 in the denominator? No, so can I do that? Yes. So 6 minus 2 is? 4 squared is? So that's equal to 16. Very good. Number 4, the limit as x approaches negative 2. If I take negative 2 and I plug it in, negative 2 squared is? Negative 2 squared is? 4. 4 minus 4 is? 0. Can that work? No. Is the meeting done, Caitlin?
Yes, but if students have been, like, a student here since kindergarten, then they're all out front taking a picture.
Oh, gotcha. All right, number 4. So what I need to do first is factor that as x plus 2, x minus 2. Okay, these cancel out. Okay, now I'm going to do direct substitution. Now when that cancels out, what's left on top, guys? 1. We're going over our review sheet from on Thursday. So negative 2 minus 2 is negative 4. So is negative 1/4 okay? Yes. All right, number 5. The limit as x goes to 4 of square root of x minus 3 minus 1 over x minus 4. Okay? I'm looking at that. Parker, when I plug 4 in, is there a problem? Yes, there's a 0 in the denominator. So I look at that, I need to rationalize the what, guys? Need to rationalize the numerator. I'm going to rationalize the numerator. All right, so I'm going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the square root of x minus 3 plus 1 and the square root of x minus 3 plus 1. I only change this out here. I don't change what's under it, okay? Now, I'm going to FOIL. This times this will give me what, guys? X minus 3. This times this, the square roots cancel out. This times 1 is a positive square root of x minus 3. This times this is a negative square root of x minus 3. And this times this is a negative 1. What happens normally in this top part? The middle terms do what? Cancel, yes. Alright, now on bottom, I'll say x times this is x, square root of x minus 3. X times 1 is x. Negative 4 times this is negative 4, square root of x minus 3. Negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. I'll clean the top up. Negative 3 minus 1 is x minus 4. Now, we've done so many problems like this. You know the next thing is to get your what together. Get your what together. You okay? You okay? Get what together? Radicals. Radicals. I mean, you can pick it up. You're good. Oh, you're good? You're good? Okay. I'm saying, it's okay. That don't bother me when it drops. Okay. Now, that right there, I'm going to get both of those together. I'm going to get both of those together. Do we understand why we get both of those together? Because you're going to factor that out, aren't we? Okay? We're going to factor that out. So I'm going to move this. Constantly, we're just going to our review sheet from Thursday. Alright, now I'm ready to do some factoring on the bottom. X minus 4, I'm going to factor out this square root of x minus 3. That leaves an x minus 4. The only thing I can take out of these two things is a 1, so that leaves an x minus 4. I did bust them up pretty much right there. Took a square root of x minus 3 out of these first term. Only thing I can take out. I know I did it correctly. I got the same thing in both parentheses. Now I'm going to rewrite that as x minus 4 over x minus 4, square root of x minus 3 plus 1. These cancel out. I'm left with 1 over square root of x minus 3 plus 1. Now I'm going to apply direct substitution. X approaches 4. Plug 4 in. 4 minus 3 is, square root of 1 is, 1 plus 1 is, so your answer is 1/2. Now, if we got to this point and direct substitution didn't work, would that be when we go plug some random number in? Yes, but direct substitution did work once we applied one of our toolkit strategies. Alright, let's look at number 6.
Wait, will we have to plug it up right from the right and left?
Yes, because it's two-sided, yes. Alright, on number 6 right here, we plug 6 in to the problem. When I plug 6 in, did I get a 0 in the denominator there? Did I get a 0 in the denominator there? No, so I'm good. Now, the problems we've been doing, we would have to find a common denominator. Sometimes you don't have to. On this one, we don't have to. But if we did, what would be the common denominator between x and 6? 6x, but we don't have to do that here. So I plug 6 in. 6 goes here, 6 goes there. What's 1/6 minus 1/6? 0. So 0 divided by 6 is 0. Your answer would be 0 there. Alright, so this is equal to 0. Direct substitution does work. Number 7. The limit as x goes to negative 2. The limit as x goes to negative 2. First thing I'm going to do is try direct substitution. It looks like factoring, but let's just see. If I plugged 2 times negative 2 cubed is negative 8, plus 3 times 4, that's 3. I get negative 3 in the denominator. So am I good? So I didn't have to factor there. He said, Ms. Cheshire, are there factoring? There's one of every type we've done on test tomorrow. So you got to be prepared for any situation I've given you in the last 2 weeks, okay? Alright, so I get negative 3 on bottom. I plug negative 2 in, that gives me negative 8 plus 3 times 4 minus 4 times negative 2 minus 12. Did y'all get 0 on top? So what's your answer? 0. Alright, number 8. The limit as x approaches 1 from the right. So is this one side or two sided? One side. But the first thing you always do is apply what? Direct what? Substitution. I plug 1 in. Can I do anything with it? No. I get 0 in the denominator. Can I do any of my toolkit strategies here? Can I do any on this one right here, guys? Can I do anything right there? No. So this is where you go and take a number from the what side of it? To the right of it. To the right of it. So, okay, if I take a number to the right of 1, what number is to the right of 1? 2. I plug 2 in. 2 minus 1 gives me 1 divided by 1. Is that a positive or negative value? So it's going to positive what? Infinity. Positive infinity. Alright. Number 9. On this one right here, we're on our study guide, guys. Number 9. As x goes to 1, is this one-sided or two-sided, guys? This is two-sided. Please sit down quickly. Two-sided. I plug 1 in. I always try direct substitute. I get what in the denominator? 0. So in this case, okay, can I do in my toolkit strategy? No. Please get your notebook out, Posky. This is that review sheet that doesn't have a page number I gave you on Thursday. It's in that. Anybody else need one before I continue teaching? Welcome. Test tomorrow. Major test tomorrow. From the right and left. So I just plugged in for the right and I got what, guys? A positive infinity there. Now I'm going to plug 1 in from the left. I'm going to plug 0 in. 1 plug 0 in gives you a negative value, don't it? So I got 1 going to positive infinity, 1 going to negative infinity. So what will be my answer here? Does not exist. They go in 2 different directions. This one be does not exist. Number 10. The limit as x approaches negative 3. I plug negative. I always try direct substitution. What do you get in the denominator? I get 0. Come on in quickly, y'all. We've got to review. We're reviewing major tests tomorrow. Major. Alright. You got to go back and watch the first half of the video. Negative 3, I plug negative 3 in, and I get 0. I get 0. Can I do any of my toolkit strategies on this one? Can I do, I'm going to repeat that question one more time. Can I do any of my toolkit strategies here? No. So is this one-sided or two-sided? So that means I got to plug a value in from the left and from the what? Okay, what's left of negative 3? I plug negative 4 in. When I do that, I get a negative 1 squared is what? A positive. So positive divided by positive is a what? Positive. This is review sheet from Friday, from Thursday. I plug negative 2 in. I plug in negative 2. I still get a positive value, don't I? So I got 1 going from positive infinity and 1 going to positive infinity. They're both going to positive. What's your overall limit? Positive. I'm not being mean or nothing, but I would think if you just got in here, you'd be getting your study guide out. I'm just saying, that's common sense right there now. Number 11, because you have a major assessment tomorrow, and some of us need to make 100. Number 11, as x approaches 5 from the left, is this one-sided or two-sided? One-sided. Direct substitution. What subject are you looking at right now?
Oh, no, we got it. I was trying to find my sheet that got all this on it. We're good.
As x approaches 5 from the left, I take 5 and I plug it in. And I get what? 0. So that's a problem. So now, can I do any of my toolkit strategies here, guys? No. So that's when you go to plug a number into the side. In this case, left, because it's one-sided. To left of 5 is what? 4. 5 minus 4 is? 1 divided by 1 is? It's a positive value. So this is going to what, guys? Infinity. Very good. Positive infinity. Number 12. Try direct substitution. I plug in 5. 5 minus 5 is what? 0. Is that a problem? Is that a problem? Yes, major problem. Is this one-sided or two-sided?
One-sided.
Can I do any of my toolkit strategies? No, I cannot. Can't factor, can't rationalize the numerator or denominator, and I can't find a common denominator. So I go to the left of 5, which is 4. Plug it in, I get a positive value. So that means I'm going to what? Infinity. Alright. Now let's look at number 13. X goes to what? X goes to infinity. Can I do direct substitution on infinity questions? No. What type is this? Polynomial or rational? Polynomial. If it was polynomial, you would draw the graph, wouldn't you? Sketch it. This is rational. What's your highest degree in the numerator? What's your highest degree in the denominator? So you're going to do what with the leading coefficients? Divide positive 1 by what? So positive 1 divided by negative 4 is what? Negative 1/4. What if it was bottom heavy? What would be your answer? 0. If it was top heavy, you would do what? Okay, if it was top heavy, as x goes to infinity, you could just plug in what number? 100 and see what value gets. If it was going negative infinity, you would plug in and see what's going on. Does that make sense? Okay, I'm going to come back to 15. Let's look at number 16. I forgot to take the number 28 off, but let's look at 16. Piecewise. As the limit as x approaches 2 from the left, which one represents the left side of 2? Top. Always do direct substitution. Plug 2 in. 2 squared is? 4. 4 minus 1 is? 3. Very good. That is 3. 2 to the right would be 3 times 2 is? 6 minus 2 is? I got both 4s here, so my 2 side would be what?
So the first one was 3 and the next one was
4. Oh, got you. First one's 3, the second one's what? 4. So what will be my overall 2 sided? Does not exist. Very good. Let's go back to 15. I feel like I've been on this for 3 weeks. I hope you're ready for this test tomorrow. Are y'all good? It's a very pretty one. Very pretty one. And guys that just got in here, I went over these graphs at the beginning. You need to review the video tonight, because I said some stuff up in here about these graphs. Number 15. And your bonus tomorrow is I give you the answers. You have a bonus worth 6 points. Like I give you the answers to this, and you've got to make a graph that satisfies that. That's a bonus. All right, number 15. I take 1. I plug it in. What's 1 minus 1? 0. So my denominator is undefined. Do I have a problem there? I want to try one of my toolkit strategies. Which one would I use here? Rationalizing the... So I'm going to rationalize the numerator. Watch this. 1 minus square root of x over 1 minus x. I'm going to multiply it by 1 what? Plus square root of x. 1 plus square root of x. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times square root of x is square root of x. Negative square root of x minus 1 is negative square root of x. Okay, what happens when you say square root times the square root? It does what? Cancels out, but a negative times a positive is a negative. Do we got that? Okay, square root times square root, the square root goes away. Alright, now, on bottom, what should happen to these middle terms? Now, 1 times 1 is? 1 times square root of x is? Negative x minus 1 is? Negative x times square root of x is negative x square root of x. So on top I have 1 minus x. Now, we've done enough of these problems. What should you do with these two right here? Get them what? Close together, shouldn't you? Because you're going to end up factoring that out in a minute. So you can either move this buddy over here, this buddy over here. It doesn't matter. Right here I'm going to have 1 minus x plus square root of x minus x square root of x. Now I'm going to factor. The only thing I can take out of this first two is a 1. So that leaves me a 1 minus x. What can I take out of the second group here? Square root of x. That leaves 1 minus x. Took out a square root of x, left that. So now that leaves 1 minus x over 1 minus x and 1 plus square root of x. I'm going to stop right there and let's see if you have any questions. Remember, after the last two comments tests, this one you need to study and make sure. What happens is 1 minus x? Down. What do I leave on top? 1. 1 over 1 plus square root x. Now, I just did a toolkit strategy, so do I need to try direct substitution again? It was the limit as x went to 1. What's the square root of 1? 1 plus 1 is? So my answer is 1 or what? Half. Are we ready for this test? Y'all have a great day. Test tomorrow. You have plenty of time in class, huh? It's not a long test.